Robinhood, Acorn, high yield savings accounts, all these at the end of the day are ways for you to get exposure to the equity market in a more expensive way than it's needed. My name is Shalabh Garg. I'm a 25-year veteran of Wall Street. I've had jobs at a bank, at a major hedge fund. I run my own hedge fund currently. And in today's podcast, I'm going to cover what things I would have done differently. I'm almost 50 this year. If I was 25 and starting out, how are things that I would do differently based on technology and resources that are available today? The first most important thing, if I could tell you, is that nothing beats buy and hold for private investing. Number one. Second, leverage sucks, fees suck. Fees can keep taking out such a big part of your investment returns, especially on a compounded basis, and you don't even realize every one of these vendors that exists is charging so many hidden fees that it just is crazy to be investing in them. What should you be doing then, you might ask? Well, to start with, learn what it is to say the word SPY. It is the S&P 500 ETF, which has little to no fees, tiny amount of fees. And I promise you, there is nothing on a buy and hold basis over a very long period of time that will beat the S&P 500. It's 500 of the biggest companies of the world. It's stable, it's reliable, it's something you can invest money in on a monthly basis. It costs next to nothing to invest in it. And it's not, you're right when you're thinking that it's not going to give me the 80-90% of NVIDIA, it's not going to give me 90 or 100% of Bitcoin. You're right, it's not going to do that. But it's going to give you the steady 10, 11, 12, 15% a year for a very long period of time. Some chunk of your monthly earnings and your investments. I did not do it as much as I should have. I wish I had did it as consistently for the last 25 years because it compounds and it grows and nothing in the world can beat it because it has almost no fees attached to it. It's an ETF that tracks the 500 of the biggest companies of the country. And you know what the best other part of it is? At the end of the month, it rebalances. So companies that are not doing as well of the 500, they get booted out and it's replaced by new companies. So for example, General Electric may have been a huge company in 2001. It's no longer a huge company in 2025. It gets replaced by something else. And you know, people will say things to you, it's very concentrated in the big tech 8 names, it's very concentrated in this, that, or the other. Disregard it all. Keep putting your money on a monthly basis in S&P 500. Some portion of your money, I'm going to go into how much, and into S&P 500 using this SPY index, and forget about everything else. Forget about Robinhood, forget about Acorn, forget about high yield savings. None of that can beat this on a net adjusted basis of fees as SPY will for you. You might ask me, how do I buy this and where do I buy it off of? Every major platform, Vanguard, Fidelity, I'm pretty sure even Robinhood, even though I don't know this for sure, offers this ETF to you. So all you have to do is type the word SPY and the ETF will come up. And if it does come up, all you have to decide is how many shares of it you want to buy, and you can keep buying it on a monthly or a quarterly or a yearly basis, whatever may be your frequency that you like. That's what I would call should be the risky part of your portfolio. But there are other things that you need to do to manage your money early on in life, particularly as you're starting off as a family of 3 or 4 people in together. Another account you need to create is a 529 program. The 529 program allows you to put some money away, not on a pre-tax basis, but on an after-tax basis, but it grows pre-tax. 529 program, every state offers it. It's money that you can ultimately withdraw in 20 years' time to pay for a kid's college and tuition. Any educational expenses of tuition and related to college can be withdrawn from this. It's a forced way of savings. Again, where can you invest it? Any platform that you're at will offer this SPY index. Put some chunk of the savings into that SPY index so it grows with the market. Do not overthink it. Do not think about NVIDIA and Qualcomm. And there's always a fad of the moment. A fad today is not going to be the fad 10 years from now. But SPY as a rock star, as a quarterback of your investment portfolio, will stay exactly the same year after year after year. Fees kills, and everybody charges them. They're expensive. Let the billionaires of the world pay the fees. As the non-billionaires of the world who's working hard and managing a family, put your money with SPY. Next, life insurance. Do not underestimate the value of life insurance in life. That's kind of weird, life insurance in life. But yes, life insurance is important. If you're a one-income family, even more important than if you're a 2-income family. If you're a 1-income family, most likely a Wall Street spouse is not working or working in a job that is not as lucrative in terms of income, even though it may be very lucrative in the impact that she or he may be having on society. it behooves you, it's your responsibility to buy that life insurance. Do not overthink it. Permanent life insurance, all other kinds of life insurance, again, ways for them to make money off of you. Buy the simple 20-year term life insurance, which you pay monthly life insurance premium for, and gives you ability to sleep well at night to your spouse. Clearly, you're not going to benefit from life insurance because you're dead. If you are dead, how are you going to benefit from life insurance? But your spouse and your family will. And life insurance money is not taxed. In other words, whatever amount of life insurance you bought, it comes to your spouse tax-free. I hate insurance of any kind because they always have these, footnotes in circumstances in which they don't have to pay, and they never pay. But life insurance is on life, and you cannot dispute someone if that person is dead or alive. So that payment always gets made. I encourage you to speculate. I'm not saying put all your money with SPY or in fixed income or in what are low risk investments. Make sure to speculate. You're young. You should buy some Bitcoin. You should buy some Nvidia, but give yourself a budget. Put some of your total money away into what you will call a speculative account. Manage it separately, track it separately, keep a stop loss on it separately. Buy Bitcoin with it, buy Nvidia. Go crazy. If you're not going to do crazy things, how are you going to take risk in your life? So I'm not discouraging you from doing crazy things, but do it off of a pot of money that is separated out from your buy and hold investment, where all that will happen is some money will go to SPY, some money is going to go into 529, some money will go into life insurance premiums, and some money maybe into a bond fund. Bonds today, 30-year treasuries, are giving you a 5% return. I talked about Treasury Direct in a separate episode. That's how much I like that website. I'm going to bring that forth again in this one. Open an account with Treasury Direct. It's a really easy account to open. It attaches itself to your bank account, so it's not like it's a whole different pot of money that you have to keep there. And buy 30-year treasuries at 5%. That doubles your money in 14.4 years. In 30 years, that's a quadrupling of your money. Having some money in high yield treasuries, again, with no fees. Pay a lot of attention to fees. Fees is a killer. If 2% or 0.5% or 1% of your investment is going into fees on a consistent basis, net return of it will always feel less than what it is. And in times of losses, which are guaranteed to happen, you will feel the impact of those fees. So focus a lot on how much fees any vendor is charging you. And I'm telling you as a hedge fund manager, I charge a lot of fees. But I charge a lot of fees for a very levered kind of investment vehicle. A lot of these fees are fees you can avoid by just spending 10 extra minutes on the investment idea. And if you don't want to do that, book a consulting hour with me. I'm here for you. Ask me questions that you may have. You can book a consulting hour with me using the description box below and reach out to me. And I'm happy to tailor these investments, even though I don't work with too many private individuals, but on a case-by-case basis, I'm happy to work and consult and provide that advice to your specific needs. That brings us to the end of my podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and comment because it helps me grow my podcast. And see you next time.